All right, guys. In this video, I'm going to discuss about node and linked list. Okay, let's start working on the node first. I have a node class here, which is public. And now let's try to create node content. Okay, so inside node, we are going to put two things. One is the in data, and the next one is the node itself, node successor. So that means this node class is going to keep these two things. One is the data itself, which is the in type, and the node successor, that means the pointer to the next node. All right, now let's create the constructor for this one. Public node, inside this data. So this data means the data here comes from where? This data, which is the input from here. And now this successor equals null. All right. So now we have this box ready now. Now let's go to linked list and start working on it. Inside linked list, we are going to make one head. Okay, node head. Still null, that one is. And then we start working on the method. Okay, so let's say static void add first. Okay, and what we are going to put inside is data in type, right? Now once we have this inside in type, we have to work on the insertion. So what we are going to insert? The node itself. So node itself, let's make it insertion, the name itself, okay? And then let's make it new node. And inside that node, we are going to pass this data that comes from there, here. Now this is not used, okay? So let's check if the head, this head I'm talking about, this head equals null, then what do you need to do? Then if it is null, then do what? Head equals insertion straight, and then return. All right, so let's make it static. This one is, so that we'll remove the error. Static. All right, so if that is not the case, what should be done? Okay, if that is not the case, what should be done? Insertion first. Okay, insertion dot successor equals head, and that head again is going to point to insertion. All right, so this is the add first method here. Now let's work on add last method. Static void add last method, and the same thing, what we are going to put inside the data in type, and then again the same thing, that we're going to create one node, which is insertion, and the new node, okay, inside that the data again. All right, so node is ready. So when the node is ready, the same thing, I'm going to copy this. If head equals null, in either case, if it is empty, so head equals insertion. All right, insertion, and then spelling here errors. Okay, then after return. And if that is not the case, what you need to do? Little bit work, okay, on it. So that is there, else. Okay, now if that is not the case, we need to make one node current, okay, and that should be head. Okay, that should point to the head. And then after the while not null, okay, not null to current not null, okay. Then we need to do something. Current equals current dot successor. In this case, what happens? That is there. Now, so when this current successor moves to the last and that becomes null, in that case, what you have to do, you have to give this current or successor to that insertion, okay? To that insertion, okay? So this is how it works. Now, what is saying that this current is null now, okay? It's null. So the chances is here, okay? This is null, that's why, okay? Now, let's create the public static void main string, that is args, okay? So now let's create singly linked list, okay? Linked list, I think it's right, SLL and new, okay? So right now SSL will call, SLL will call what? The 8 first, okay, 100, and then because 8 first, right? I'm gonna do next 8 first. Let's make 50 so that it's gonna come early, and then 8 last, okay, SLL, then 8 last, okay. Now I'm going to do 200, then after SLL dot 8 last, this is gonna be 300, okay. And then now I call the method, I'm going to print it now. So for that I'm going to do another one, temporary node, that is going to be head, okay. Then after I'm going to traverse while temp not null, okay. Then do what? To system.out.println, and print what? The temp.data, right? Now once the data is printed, we need to move that cursor, okay? We need to move that successor pointer. So temp equals temp.successor, okay? This is how it's going to move. Now, so let me run this one and then see if it is working or not. So this is working 50, 100, 200, 300, right? So this is at first method. That's why it is coming before 100, okay? 50, 100, 200, 300, and 200 and 300 at last. Now the question here is, most important thing I'm going to point it out here. If I have to insert in between, let's say using before certain node or after certain node, so I cannot traverse to the whole linked list, right? That's why what I need now is doubly linked list. Doubly linked list looks like this here, the node itself, okay, predecessor, all right? This is what we are going to do in the next video. Thank you.